Welcome to this edition of SAU Magazine, a weekly program featuring news, profiles, sports, commentary, interviews, and special events, all coming to you from the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is a Southern Arkansas University news brief. I'm DeAnna Young.
And I'm Jennifer Hubbard.
An SAU student is killed in an automobile accident. 20-year-old Nichelle Bush was killed last week near McNeil when her vehicle went off the right side of US 82, hit a stump, and overturned. About 300 SAU students attended Bush's funeral. They represented residence hall directors, fraternities, sororities, and the Genesis Choir. Bush was a resident assistant in Bussey Hall.
SAU is offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the bomb threat made on Wednesday, October 10th. After receiving the bomb threat, campus was immediately evacuated and law enforcement officers conducted a thorough investigation. Anyone with information should contact Jason Goodrich, Chief of University Police at SAU, or contact any SAU administrator.
A variety of events took place at SAU to celebrate homecoming, beginning Sunday with Midnight Madness. Monday was a pep rally and the crowning of homecoming queen Phalinda Randolph. On Wednesday, there was car bashing and mall games. There was an ice cream social on Friday, which included the kickoff of the Heartbeat. On Saturday was the Golden Rider Breakfast, the first annual Rider 5K run, an honor wall ceremony, an alumni reception and auction, the homecoming court presentation, and the Greek step show.
3 alumni will be honored during SAU's homecoming activities. Janie H. McLean, the author of more than 90 teaching materials for students with mental retardation and learning disabilities, earned a bachelor's degree from SAU in 1978. Boone Tan serves as a business consultant and his main function to help promote business with American companies and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Gene Turner, majoring in speech pathology, attended SAU when it was known as Southern State College. Turner has worked as a field supervisor for the Bureau of Census, a speech pathologist, and worked in the financial and property management field.
A number of public service events have taken place on campus since the terrorist bombings on September 11th. The Arkansas District of Sodexo Campus Services has completed a fundraising drive. Sodexo coordinates food service activities at SAU. It raised almost $1,100 for the Red Cross last week. As a result, SAU raised more money for relief efforts than any institution in the state.
Southern Arkansas University has had a total of 55 endowments completed during the past year. The total of these funds is $758,000. Each donor's name will be placed in the endowment wall in Overstreet Hall, and a ceremony will take place in the boardroom during homecoming activities to honor these individuals. People participating in this year's ceremony are President Lewis Blanchard, Nancy Williams, Leanne Johnson, Chris Laster, Rod LaGrone, and Dr. Joe Bates. This has been a Southern Arkansas University news brief. I'm Jennifer Hubbard.
And I'm DeAnna Young.
With an SAU profile, I'm Shelley Glover.
And I'm Elizabeth Ray.
This week's profile features the Office of Multicultural Services.
It is dedicated to providing and promoting cultural and educational enrichment opportunities that foster an environment conducive to multicultural growth.
Multicultural services include diversity recruitment, counseling, mentoring, diversity education and training, student leadership development, and multicultural activities programming.
It provides many student programs such as Project PAL Peer Mentoring Program, which helps students make the transition from high school to college.
60 Plus, which helps the students who have completed 60 or more hours to stay abreast with the requirements for graduation.
In Project PAL Day, which is an orientation and celebration for African American freshmen.
As a proponent for students of color, it is the office's primary responsibility to promote the involvement of those students in the university community.
With an SAU profile, I'm Elizabeth Ray.
And I'm Shelley Glover.
SAU Sports, I'm Matt Gatlin.
And I'm Dallas Short.
Southern Arkansas University will take on Arkansas Tech this week at Wilkins Stadium. This will be the homecoming game for the 2001-2002 academic year. The Heartbeat will begin Friday, October 19th, signifying the approach of the game and enhancing school spirit. Saturday morning at 10 a.m. there will be various outdoor displays as well as the presentation of this year's homecoming queen, Felinda Randolph, and her court. SAU lost to Delta State last week.
The Riderette volleyball team moved to 3-3 in the Gulf South Conference by defeating the Sugar Bears of the University of Central Arkansas in 3 games. The Riderettes dominated 30-19, 30-24, and 30-14. This win put SAU in 4th place in the GSC and brought their season record to 13-7. Tanya Singleton and Brooke Bowling contributed 11 kills apiece. Aubrey Mullins added 9 kills, Holland Hall gave 6, and Brooke Barnett pounded her way to 5. Meredith Meyer had 24 assists, while Hall and Bowling measured 12 and 10 digs respectively.
When it comes to starting a new basketball season, no one will do better than SAU this year. The annual Midnight Madness will be sponsored this week by the Student Activities Board and the SAU Athletics Department. Midnight Madness is the celebration of the first official men's and women's basketball practice, says Assistant Ladies Basketball Coach Jeff Flanagan. In addition to being the first official practice, this is also an event for students, with a variety of prizes being offered. Prizes include free board for a year and various other gift items from numerous Magnolia merchants.
The annual SAU Rodeo was held Thursday, October 11th through Saturday, October 13th at the Columbia County Fairgrounds. Despite the rain, cold, and muck, the rodeo team gave a good performance. There was a good crowd and everything went right on time, ignoring the confusing events of last week. The rodeo season will continue throughout the fall semester. SAU Sports, I'm Dallas Short.
And I'm Matt Gatlin.
With commentary, I'm Nikita Martin.
And I'm Monica Rasmussen.
Have you ever noticed that almost every time you pick up a Bray, the front page says something about the theater department?
We would like to see some organizations, departments, and vital news stories get more recognition.
The Bray has always been biased toward the School of Liberal and Performing Arts.
Science and business usually gets bumped to second or third page, while news about plays are printed weeks in advance on the front page.
For example, SAU has a prestigious business school that is competing in competitions or developing new projects, but the Bray staff never mentions them on the front page.
The science and technology department receives even less recognition. The readers of the Bray would never know that some of the most qualified teachers and intelligent students, some ultimately accepted into numerous medical schools, are in the science department.
We would like to stay apprised of what's going on in the theater, but we should know and see more about other departments on campus.
With commentary, I'm Monica Rasmussen.
And I'm Nikita Martin.
With an SAU police log, I'm Tabitha Taylor.
And I'm Daniel Nickerson.
On October 4th, Jamie Perez and Joshua Neely reported an accident at the Brinson Fine Arts parking lot. Also on the 4th, a window in the Mule Rider Cafe was reported broken out by an unknown suspect. On October the 7th, another case of criminal mischief and harassment was reported by Machandra Tracy. Tracy reported that her vehicle was damaged while parked in front of Dolph Camp. At the same time, she reported that she has been a victim of ongoing harassment. She provided the police with a suspect, and the police are now further investigating this case and others to make sure that the SAU campus remains safe for everyone that attends the university.
On October 10th, an unknown suspect called the SAU admissions office and stated that everyone should leave campus before a bomb exploded. No bomb was located after a lengthy search. The case is under investigation, and a $1,000 reward has been offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the caller. Anyone with information should contact Chief Jason Goodrich.
All bomb threats are taken very seriously. For bomb threats received by phone, 1. Try to signal to someone that you have a caller on the line and have them call 911 and report a bomb threat. 2. Remain calm. Try to gather as much information as possible and record every word spoken as much as possible. 3. Tell the caller that the building is occupied and that an explosion could result in death or serious injury to many innocent people. 4. Pay particular attention to any background noises which may provide clues as to the location of the caller. 5. Notice the voice of the caller, accents or speech impediments, high or low pitched, and demeanor. 6. Do not hang up the phone. Go to another phone and report the information immediately to the university police. 7. Complete the bomb threat checklist. With an SAU police log, I'm Tabitha Taylor.
And I'm Daniel Nickerson.
I'm Leah Steelman.
And I'm Viola Freeman.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center. Tans Unlimited on North Jackson, across from KFC, is looking for customer service attendants. The requirements are good people skills, neat appearance, and sales and cash register experience. Applicants will be considered who can work limited days such as Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. Please apply in person.
SAU's Financial Aid Department is looking for a secretary to run errands, file, answer the phone, and type and mail letters. Additional skills needed are computer and typewriter experience. For an interview, contact Marcella Bronson or Kelly Hansa at 235-4023. Bring a class schedule to interview. This job opening is limited to work-study students only. I'm Viola Freeman.
And I'm Leah Steelman.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Shannon Watson.
And I'm Tasha Hicks.
SAU's Performing Arts Series will present the Quapaw String Quartet in concert next week in Harton Theater. The quartet was founded in 1980 as the resident string quartet of the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra in Little Rock. Returning for the new season are violinist Eric Hayward, Dan Danielson, and cellist Stephen Feldman. Special guests joining the quartet are Catherine Reynolds, principal violist of the Arkansas Symphony, and pianist Dan Dykema.
Missed out on your photo for the yearbook? The Mule Rider photos are being rescheduled. Yearbook photos have been postponed due to the bomb threat that occurred October 10th at SAU. John Carey, the yearbook advisor, thanked the students that did appear. There were 300 photos taken, which only represents 10% of the campus population, but due to lack of major advertisement, some students did not know. No date has been set for the reshoot, but will be announced soon.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is a disease that can go unnoticed, yet affects millions of women every year. Joyce Taylor, chair of the Department of Nursing, urges men and women to visit www.thebreastcancersite.com daily to help fund early detection for women who can't afford a mammogram. Details are on the website. YoPlay Yogurt is also donating 10 cents for each pink lid sent in. These lids can be put in SAU mail slot 44 and will be mailed by Mrs. Taylor.
Southern Arkansas University held its first Rider Run 5K road race this week. The race began at Jackson Street near Wilkins Stadium and finished at Jackson Street near the SAU track. Sponsors of the race included the Medical Center of South Arkansas, Farmers Bank and Trust, SAU Alumni Association, Alcoa, KVMA, Bancorp South, Magnolia Travel Center, Woodward Ford, and many more. Participants of the race earned free admission to the Mule Rider homecoming football game. And that's this week's entertainment news.
SAU broadcast journalism students produce informative television programs for viewers in Southwest Arkansas. The SAU Report features interviews with faculty, staff, students, and alumni. It is seen each week in Magnolia on TCA Cable Channel 13. Camden residents can see the SAU Report each morning on Cable Channel 16. Tens of thousands of cable television households in Southwest Arkansas watch the program on KTSS-TV Channel 55 in Hope. The SAU Report not only serves as a learning tool for broadcast journalism students, but serves to inform the region about institutional events and personalities. Some editions of SAU Magazine feature audio segments from these television programs. Be sure and watch the SAU Report on your local cable television service. Informative viewing, provocative subject matter. The SAU Report.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm Julie Hillidge.
And I'm Liz Mattern.
On Monday, October 22nd, SGA Traffic Appeals Court will be held at 4 p.m.
Tuesday, Chi Alpha sponsors a free lunch. NBSF's Hayride starts at 6:30 p.m. and the SAU volleyball team is at home for a game at 7 p.m.
Wednesday is the last day for students to withdraw from SAU or to drop classes. At noon, the Panhellenic Council has its meeting, and the BCM hosts Noon Day. The MBSF has its Bible study at Central Baptist Church at 7 p.m., and BCM Cross Seekers starts at 8 p.m.
Friday at 10 a.m. marks the opening of Frontier Days, held at Old Washington State Park at the Osmer House.
On Saturday, October 27th, SAU plays away at the University of Arkansas Monticello at 2 p.m.
On Sunday, the SAU volleyball team plays an away game at 1 p.m. And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.